Greetings and welcome to the L.J. Ranke Travel Channel. This is Jay Ranke speaking to you from Deck 8 of the Norwegian Getaway. We are at the end of Day 6 of our cruise on our 6-day crossing the Atlantic. This is the end of Day 4. It's Thursday evening, the sun has gone down. Behind me you see the trail that we leave in the ocean as the ship makes its way across the Atlantic. I have to tell you that my impression of the Atlantic has changed. When I think of it now, even though intellectually I knew this was the case, when I think of the Atlantic, I will think of the color blue. It is a deeply, deeply beautiful blue color. It's just beautiful. And the waves created by the boat create these beautiful blue bubbles along the side of the boat, and you can see from the propulsion how it creates those colors. I'm gonna try and stand where I get a little more light, but yet not interfere with anybody who may be walking along the deck, because I don't have permission to film anybody, of course. I'm hoping that you can see me okay. This is the Getaway, of course. So the impression of the Getaway is very, very positive. We did appreciate the Jewel. We've cruised on it before, the Norwegian Jewel. Some things about traveling, about cruising. If you've never cruised before, there's a couple of things that I think you may find helpful. First of all, the food on Norwegian ships is abundant and it is excellent. And there are 3 types of ways to eat on a cruise ship, at least on the Norwegian cruise ships. There is the huge buffet. And when I say huge, I mean the buffet on the Getaway. I paced it off this morning. It was 100 steps long. Multiply that on 2 sides plus 30 steps, a big rectangle. 100 steps by 30 steps by 100 by 30. Unbelievable. Now there's not always food all the time on all of those sections, but during the busy times there is that much. They're all open, and it's all variety types of food. It's just remarkable how good it is. I cannot say enough about how well they treat their customers here. The food. I'm trying to make sure that I get enough light for you to actually see me talking to you. I guess I'm going to kind of stand like this. The second type of restaurant that you eat at is order off the menu, still complimentary. And these are nice restaurants, cloth tablecloths. And they bring you a menu, and your meal is served in 3 or 4 courses. It's really good food. Tonight we ate at what's called the Tropicana, and you couldn't have a nicer restaurant. The food was just excellent, and it comes in several courses, and they bring you each course, and they serve wine. It's really nice. It's all complimentary. There's a third type of restaurant, and those are the specialty restaurants. Our cruise package included meals at 2 of those restaurants. We've eaten at one at the Italian restaurant La Cucina, and the lamb that I had was unbelievable. It was just excellent. I think I mentioned that in my last video, actually. Anyway, so there is that. If you've never cruised before, that's the kind of restaurants you can eat at, but there's a lot of complimentary places. Another thing that's maybe not a surprise, there's a lot of drinking that goes on ships, but surprisingly, you don't see people drunk. In fact, I heard a person say, you know, you almost can't get drunk on a cruise. Now, I don't want to talk about drunkenness, but seriously, I began looking at my beer. I'd ordered a beer, and I go, is this a regular alcohol content? Because I don't even feel like I've had a beer. And it's regular alcohol, but the only time I've seen anybody that I would say, okay, they've had too much to drink, was when I woke up early one morning at 4 o'clock. And by the way, each night we are losing an hour, so each night we're getting an hour's less sleep. And when I woke up at 4 o'clock the new time, I was working on some writing projects. The people that were going to bed at the restaurant I went to, there's a 24-hour restaurant, they were at 3 o'clock the night before, and they had been drinking. Okay, that you could tell, but they were still well behaved. But it's just a comfortable place to be. I'm really enjoying it. Now, something I want to say about Norwegian, this is going to sound like a promotion, but in a sense, it's a well-deserved promotion. I have never seen a business in which the staff is so totally committed to taking care of its customers. The staff that work on this cruise ship, and I've been talking with one of the management, they come from 67 different countries. They are friendly, they are caring. They're always saying, good morning, good afternoon. You do not pass by a staff person without that staff person greeting you, even if they're cleaning, even if they're vacuuming. But that morning I got up at 4 o'clock, they were mopping the walls and the staircases to make sure they were clean. This place is, you can eat off the floor of this ship, okay? but the crew is so friendly, and I've complimented them multiple times. They are so dedicated. It's quite remarkable. There is now a new adjective in my vocabulary. The word Norwegian now means staff that is caring and hardworking and really diligent about its task and glad to serve. That's what Norwegian is. The staff here cannot be beat. They're really top of the line. I cannot say enough good about them. And getting to know some of them, it is hard. I talked to one gentleman at Oceans. I asked him where he was from. Their name tag said Indonesia. And I'll ask religious questions. I said, are you Muslim? He said, no, I'm Hindu. And he talked about the fact that he has 3 children. He will not see them for another 8 months. And he said, but you know, this job allows me to take care of my family. I'm very glad for this job. And he said, it is hard, but he sees this job as a real benefit. I appreciate the fact that Norwegian gives you the chance to pay tips up front. My wife and I both paid almost $350 each for tips up front. And I don't know that that's actually enough, but it's not pocket change. And I'm glad to pay it. I would pay more if they requested it, because the staff deserves it. And it is hard to keep forking out $5 at a time. So I appreciate that option that Norwegian gives us. It's really, it's much appreciated. Something else about this, entertainment on board. There's a theater that seats about 1,000 people. We went there last night and watched A Hypnotist. Great comedy show, very funny to watch. We saw a dance routine that looks like it came off a Las Vegas stage. It was really well done. There are also smaller venues and different bars and lounge areas around the ship. Piano bands playing. They got different other little concert halls. Really well done. Really excellent music. Tonight, I may be singing karaoke for the first time. We'll see. That's my plan. If I get there in time, I'm going to sign up for it. We'll see if this happens, okay? The thing that appealed to me about this trip, the 6-day crossing, was I said to Andrea, this gives me a chance to write. That's something I want to do. I've got 2 writing projects I'm working on. I spent 1 day working on the first. The remainder days I've been working on the second writing project, and it's never getting going as fast as I like, but something is happening. It is happening, and I appreciate it, and this trip is allowing me to do that. We cannot upload videos from the cruise ship, so that will have to wait until we get to Lisbon. And so I will have at least 2, maybe 3 videos at that point to upload. It won't be a lot of videos from the ship. I won't worry about many more. But it is fun to share this time. Andrew and I are having a great time, and it's a lot of fun. So rather than just talking and running up, taking your time, I thank you for this opportunity to share with you and look forward to talking to you again. Thank you, goodbye, and God bless. Bye-bye.